Hey guys, Admiral Black here with Tyler, of course.
Welcome back, I guess, for me and audience.
It's good to have you back. This is actually the last video. If you guys haven't seen the first three, be sure to go check them out. Tyler has episode 1 and 3 on his channel. Episode 2 is of course on mine. Links will all be in the description and probably on the video somewhere. So be sure to go check those out because it's some good stuff. I'm gonna kick it off right away with my top. I have three more things that I really want to see. These are my things I must have in the next region. And my number 3 is actually I want Mega Evolutions for the Johto starters. A lot of people say that some of the starters need to get Mega Evolutions. I think that if anybody gets it first, it should be the Johto starters because I want to see Typhlosion and Feraligatr come back with Mega Evolutions. There's some art going around online that kind of has me very excited. That honestly, I hope Nintendo just grabs that art and uses it perfectly for the game. But knowing them, they'll probably try to do their own thing. Because I'm training a Feraligatr right now, and I want to see it Mega Evolve.
Yeah, I remember back when the Feraligatrs were top shit, and
Yeah, well, they were really good. And see, the problem with it was that like Typhlosion, he didn't learn many good moves.
no,
So I think
he lacked from the starters of that region.
yeah, he's one of the weaker starters when it comes to like the fire type starters, moveset wise. So I feel like if they give him a Mega Evolution, maybe they can kind of fix that a little bit. Maybe give him a cooler ability, kind of beef him up to be able to compare to like Blaziken, especially Mega Blaziken with Speed Boost. So I think he is definitely one of the ones that kind of needs it. He needs that boost.
It definitely does, and it kind of sucks that Blaziken and all of them already got boosts before these guys. Like I mean they're I don't know, their region is somewhat forgettable. A lot of people try to comp them in with Kanto, but they're all lovable, and they are a lot of times skipped. Let's be honest.
Oh, I agree. What about you? What do you want to see? You're on your top 2, right?
Yeah, my number 2 thing is actually something I really want based on the new love stat. I really want the love stat to be used a lot more.
What do you mean?
Like right now, it's just something that you can get, and it makes you OP, and so it's like banned from like it's not in competitive play or anything. Mm-hmm. I want it to be something that would be legit for competitive play because it would be another stat you want to train for competitive play. But I also want it to be something that would be used by gym leaders, the Elite Four, the champion.
Oh, so it'll kind of make the game a little more difficult in a way?
Like, imagine the Elite Four, gym leaders, like their main Pokemon, have like the love stat maxed up, so they do some crazy shit. You will not only remember the gym leader, you'll also remember his Pokemon.
That was what Whitney had. She had something with that milk tank.
And imagine if we always get all up to the champion and all of his Pokemon are maxed love. Like, that would be one hell of a fight. It would be very hard to win.
Yeah, that would be a good fight. It's anything to make the gym leaders a little more memorable, because I couldn't remember the ones from the last few games. They've just been very weak.
Yeah, I know all the Kanto by heart. Johto, I remember majority of them most of the time. I can remember all of them if I think about it. Sinnoh,
yeah,
I can remember most of them, but if I have to think about it, because only a handful come to my head right away. But
well, it's so hard. It's so hard in my mind to separate Unova and Kalos. I keep getting them confused and thinking they're the same region.
with Unova, when I think about them, I can think about a couple, and Kalos, I can't really think of any of them other than those two used in the anime. It's kind of sad.
Yeah. Speaking of Kanto, though, my number 2 thing that I really want to see is, I want the Pokemon to follow you again. And I know a lot of people complain that it might be too much for Pokemon, too many sprites. But honestly, if they teased us with it in one game, they need to bring it back. They can't tease us with something and then take it away. If they had never done this, then I'll be like, okay, I understand. But the fact that they did it once, they can do it again. Especially when they have better consoles, better systems to work with. I think that it is something that they can do if they actually, try to do it.
I think the too many sprites argument's kind of weak. Like, running wide is no issue, and when it comes to them just animating the sprites itself, like, they released that a Pokemon picture game not long ago, starring Pikachu. It's kind of like Snap, but you didn't walk around. You literally just got to play with them like Hey You Pikachu. But yeah, they redid all the sprites from every Pokemon for that game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, they can do it.
If sprites are a problem, they would not have done that. So, I mean, I don't understand. Especially they can take a lot of the sprites, like the little midget ones that they have in the corner, and use those. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I don't see why that's an issue.
Yeah, I agree. And if stuff like this is an issue, I mean, this is kind of a far-fetched idea. I don't even know if it's something that they could do, but maybe have a feature where if you play online, then you get additional features to your game. So if you're connected to Wi-Fi, then maybe you have the feature where your Pokemon follow you. And then when you're not, then you just have the normal game. So maybe they can do something like that where they give you different things.
I've seen some games do similar things to that, where because you can run straight off of a network if you aren't connected.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I'm not sure how...
Because, I mean, I know a lot of games are going kind of like online like that, so...
I'm not sure how far Nintendo would go about that, though.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If it was like an Xbox game, then I'll be like, yeah, I think they could do that, but I don't know about Nintendo.
Who knows? The 3DS is a good system to use that for.
It is. It is a good system. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite systems.
Okay.
All right, Tyler. What's your number one, dog? I've been waiting for this one.
Number one, it's pretty much a lot of my previous ones addressed it, but it's just a big problem for me is the characters aren't memorable at all. Let's be honest. Like, we already talked about the gym leaders being forgettable. Some of the champions don't stand out. Even a lot of the enemies don't stand out. Like, you think of Team Rocket, you think of Giovanni easily, but some of the newer people you can't really think of. Yeah,
that's true. Everybody just kind of like fades. They just fade in.
There's another villain. Like, you don't remember them. I want more memorable characters. And also, like, your rivals. They're another people that tend to fade out. Like, that was a big issue for Black and White. Like,
oh yeah,
you didn't even know Charon existed. You just cared about In. Like, I mean, In was memorable, but no one remembered everyone else.
Yeah, they gotta make the characters more memorable, because right now they're just lacking pretty bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters lacking, and I honestly think the professor needs to be more memorable as well, because the professor is just becoming another treating person who gives you your Pokemon more or less absent from the game in a few moments.
Yeah, I agree. I like the design for Professor, I think his name was Sycamore?
Yeah, Sycamore.
Professor Sycamore. I liked his design a lot, but he just didn't do much, so he wasn't as, relevant as some of the others.
And if you want to go that far, I can even say, they can make your mom in the game more memorable. Like, the original was generic mom, but,
Oh, that's like Selena's mom. Selena's mom's awesome.
Like in Gold, your mom would come give you your shoes and everything, walk to you, and, she had moments. Like, they could do so much more with your mom. They can actually have her travel to watch certain battles and stuff.
Yeah, Serena's mom's my favorite out of all of them. I feel like she has the most personality.
She definitely.
I actually just went back today, and I actually went back yesterday, and I started back watching Pokemon X and Y, the new season.
Yeah. And
she has the most personality out of all the moms, and I love it.
But I mean, even Ash's mom, who's pretty bland, for the show, she has more personality than pretty much all the moms in the games.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So that's the thing to pick up on.
Now, you kind of touched on my number one thing already, but my biggest thing that I actually want them to do in the Pokemon game, there's a lot of things that I want them to bring back. I hope that in this new game, of course they have new features, but I hope that they bring a lot of the old features back, the old features that we all really liked and they kind of took away. My number one thing that I really, really, really want to see in the game is an actual feature that we had before. You kind of touched on it already, but I want character customization and specifically clothing. Playing X and Y, it was so much fun to be able to change how my character looks. Give him different hats, different shirts, give different pants and stuff. And then when I played online, my character looked different. And I like that because it made you stand out. And I think that's a feature that we kind of need to bring back. It kind of makes the game more personal. It makes your avatar more personal. You can make him look like you or dress like you. And I think that's something that they kind of need to bring back, especially if they do the game in a different region. I mean, the clothing can be different to match that region. Like, I did a theory that, the game's going to be in Puerto Rico. So maybe we can have, like, if the game's, like, back in, like, the 1700s or whatever, like, different time frame, we can have clothes from that era, or we can have clothes from that region, or clothes that people over there would wear, or if it's in the future, we can have, like, futuristic clothing. Or I just think that it would be kind of cool to be able to customize my character and make him look different than everybody else's.
Oh, definitely. And, like, for my part, I touched upon more about your physical traits because they already had a cool system for clothing. The clothing is something I do want to see. And honestly, I would like a part where they touch, like, maybe you can go to other regions and get clothing there, and each region has their own clothing style.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I think that would be something that's kind of cool to use, because then when you play against people, like, for example, if you play in between games, you have different clothing, so they look kind of different. And
even if the region itself is not in the game, it'd be cool if there's, like, an in-game store where we could buy from their region. Because
that would be cool. Like, to travel?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, like, everyone would love to customize the avatar even more and more for the online battle.
Oh, yeah, I agree. That would be awesome. Well, is there anything else that you wanna touch on before we wrap this up?
I think we covered about everything I have to say.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this is the 4th video. If you want to watch the first 3, the videos, the links will all be in the description below, and annotations will be on this video. So be sure to go watch episode 1 and video 3 on Tyler's channel. And anything else you want to say, Tyler?
Not really.
Okay. Alright, well, thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you later.
Alright. Bye, guys.